Is the Samsung Galaxy A56 worth upgrading to, especially if you own the A55? Now, in this video, I'm going to compare the build quality, the external features, the display, the performance, cameras, and battery life of the A55 with the A56 to see if it's worth upgrading to the new smartphone. Now, starting with the colors you get with the A56, I love all of them. The A55 colors looks too flashy in my opinion. The A56 colors look way better. Now, taking a look at the bright camera design, it's the first thing you will notice when you look at the back. I love the new camera design. It differentiates the latest smartphone from the old phone. Samsung also removed the SIM card tray of the A56 to the bottom, not like you're going to notice. Now, here's a surprise. The A56 is slightly taller and lighter. Both of them feel premium to hold in the hand. Both have aluminum frames, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protection at the front and rear glass. They're both IP67 dust and water resistant smartphones, so for the build quality, they are basically the same. But what about the external features? They seem to be identical as well. They both have dual stereo speakers that sound identical. The microphones sound the same as well. Mic test 1 2 1 2, testing out the microphones of both smartphones. Which one sounds better? Which one sounds louder? The A55 or the A56? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. They have the same button size and placement. On the A56, sadly, Samsung has removed the micro SD card slot. You only get 2 SIM card slots. If 256GB isn't enough for you, then maybe you should consider getting the S25. Both smartphones support eSIM, which is good. The fingerprint scanners are on the display, they are optical scanners and they are both fast. So for the external features, I would have to give it to the A55 because it still has the micro SD card, which most of you use. As for me, I'm not a micro SD card user, I've moved on to the cloud. Now let's talk about the display. The A56 has the better display, not in terms of video quality or the colors, but in terms of brightness. The A56 display is 200 nits brighter and 0.1 inch taller. Is that an improvement? No. Both are excellent displays for consuming content. They are both vibrant, clear, contrasty, sharp. They support HDR content and what they produce is amazing. Honestly, if you ask me, for the display department, it's a tie. Now let's check out the processing power of both smartphones. The A56 comes with the new Exynos 1580 chipset. The new chipset is more powerful and if you're a casual user or a normal user, you're not going to notice any difference. Launching apps on both smartphones is basically the same. They are both fast. For tasks like browsing social media, browsing the internet, you're going to be fine with any of these two smartphones. Now for those of you interested in benchmark scores, yes, the A56 has the higher numbers, which means it is faster, but the difference isn't much. But what about gaming? Are you going to notice any difference there? Well, not really. For the games I tested, the graphics settings are the same on both smartphones. Call of Duty ran at very high graphics and maximum frame rates on both smartphones. The game ran well. Both phones played the game at 60 FPS, which isn't bad. Moving on to PUBG Mobile, it ran the game at 60 FPS, which is not bad as well. The gameplay was smooth. So when it comes to gaming, you get the same performance, so there isn't any improvement. Samsung promised that with the A55, you're going to get 4 years of major Android software updates, which is nice, but at the time of making this video, the A55 is still running on Android 14 with One UI version 6.1. Is Samsung delaying the software upgrade to tempt you to upgrade to the A56? I don't know, I don't think so. But they have been slow in releasing software updates recently. Now with the A56, which is running the latest One UI 7, you can now go vertically to scrub through your apps. Also with the A56, you get more AI features. It has filters, it has auto trim, best face, which is the most helpful of them all. It has AI select and read aloud. All these AI features are not available on the A55, but if you ask me, you're not really missing much. Now for the A55, you get circle to search and object eraser, but check this out, even the A56 can't reconstruct images like the S25 Ultra. So if you own the A55, you really are not missing out much on AI. And also, AI isn't a reason to get the A56. Now let's compare the cameras. Starting with the front camera, the A55 has a 32 megapixel front camera, while the A56, the new model, has a 12 megapixel front camera. Now on paper, it looks like a downgrade, but when you put the photos side by side and zoom in, they are basically the same. Both smartphones capture really good pictures outdoors. They show good details. They show true to life colors. They are sharp. Guys, for cameras, Samsung does a very good job. Trust me, they do a very good job. Now, the only difference I notice is with the A56, the photos look a little bit brighter than the A55, but apart from that, they look basically the same. Night photos are beautiful on both smartphones. They capture plenty of details, colors, and sharpness. Now, as for which one is better at taking photos at night, they're basically the same. And right now, I'm using the front-facing camera, shooting in 4K 30 FPS. A55 versus A56, which one looks better? Let me know in the comments. Now, moving to the rear cameras, there's no changes here. They both have a 50 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 5 megapixel macro camera. Now, comparing the 50 megapixel primary camera of both smartphones, they look the same color, the same sharpness, they look identical. The 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera captures similar pictures. Night photos are identical. I mean, I took over 200 photos and I double-checked to make sure I didn't mix them up. The rear cameras capture similar photos, which is a good thing because when it comes to the cameras, you're not missing out on much. There's basically no improvement. Now, when it comes to the battery, the A55 and A56 have the same battery capacity. However, their charging speeds differ. The A55 supports 25 watts fast charging, while the A56 supports 45 watts fast charging. Now, does it make a difference? Well, let's see. After 15 minutes of charging, the battery level of the A55 is at 26%, while the A56 is at 34%. So yes, it does make a difference, but as the battery increases, the charging speed reduces to keep the temperature down. Now, after an hour of charging, the A55 is at 88%, while the A56 is at 94%. The A56 completed its charging at 1 hour 14 minutes and the A55 at 1 hour 22 minutes. So yes, with the A55, you get faster charging, even though the difference isn't much. Now, after comparing the build quality, the display, the performance, the cameras, and the battery life of both smartphones, there isn't a compelling reason to upgrade to the A56 if you own the A55. They're almost the same in every aspect. But if you're the type that cares about the slightly faster charging speed or a slightly brighter display or having the new camera design, then you can go for the A56. But if you already own the A55, honestly, you're not missing out on much. They're basically the same. In fact, if storage is an issue, having the micro SD card slot on the A55 is even going to be a better choice for you. So my advice is, if you own the A55 and it's still in good condition, there is no need to upgrade to the A56. But if you're coming from an older A-series smartphone like the Samsung Galaxy A52 or the A53, then yes, upgrade to the A56. So between the A55 and the A56, they are basically the same. But what about the A35 and A36? I'm going to be making a comparison video soon, so subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you don't want to miss out on that. Thank you for watching till the end of this video, and I'm going to see you guys very soon with more content like this. Valor Reviews, signing out.